Welcome to this episode of What's Crap on WhatsApp. We're the voice note show that investigates the crap shared in your WhatsApp groups. I'm Andisiwe May from podcasting company Volume.
And I'm Taryn Corey from Africa Check, the continent's leading fact-checking organization. Today we're debunking 4 viral claims.
Is the South African government implementing a 1,200 Rand HIV grant?
Is South Africa sending troops to help US President Donald Trump wage war in Iran?
Is the South African government removing English from public schools?
And is an illegal immigrant contesting a South African by-election? Let's find out.
First up for today is an eye-catching claim that HIV-positive citizens will receive a 1,200 Rand grant from May 2026. Several messages suggest that the new grant has been announced by the South African Department of Health.
Let's see. Okay, so it reads, new government initiative aims provide financial support, Minister of Health announces. ANC at work. The message includes an image of a man wearing the colors of the African National Congress.
South Africa does have an extensive social grant system, but it seems unlikely that a grant would be introduced specifically for HIV-positive people.
I think so too. If it were true, we would find evidence of such an announcement on official government channels. But instead, the Health Department dismissed the claim as false. It said, the public is urged to fact-check information on social media before sharing it, providing personal information, or making any payments in response to such fake news.
With local government elections scheduled for later this year, we are likely to see more claims like this, right?
Absolutely. It's a common topic when it comes to election misinformation, that Party A is introducing a new grant, or that Party B is giving away data or other goodies to its supporters. Usually, these claims are shared by scammers looking to access your personal information.
The claim is crap. If you see similar claims over the next few months, remember that real announcements about grants will include detailed information on why it's being introduced and how to apply.
So, Andisiwe, over the last few weeks, news about what US President Donald Trump called major combat operations in Iran has dominated our timelines. The US, Israel, and Iran, as well as their allies and other states in the region, have become embroiled in a war that has had a knock-on effect around the globe. And apparently, South Africa is now getting involved.
Really? How so?
Well, according to messages circulating online, President Cyril Ramaphosa has announced that he will send South African soldiers to the US to help Trump fight Iran. These claims are accompanied by a political cartoon, which has also been shared widely.
Is there any evidence of such an announcement?
Ramaphosa has commented on the war in Iran, but not to offer support to the US. Take a listen.
South Africa is always ready to play a contributing role, either in mediation or whatever. And if a gap opens or if we are asked, we always live up to obligations. We're a global citizen, and we therefore can play whatever role the UN would like us to play.
He is also one of many world leaders who have questioned whether the US attacks were justifiable under international law.
So the cartoon may have been intended as a joke, but the caption gives the impression that, like other political cartoons, it was drawn in response to actual breaking news.
Exactly. But the claim is crap and should be ignored.
Another claim that has been circulating widely online is that South Africa's government is removing English from public schools. Some messages go further to claim that schools in Mbombela, a city in Mpumalanga province, have already done this and are now teaching physics in Siswati, a South African language. So, Taryn, what exactly is the situation and should parents be concerned?
Well, we need to backtrack a little here. South Africa is linguistically diverse, with 20 indigenous languages and 12 official languages. Before 1994, the apartheid government imposed English and Afrikaans as the main languages of instruction in schools, despite these being different to the mother tongue of most students.
Since then, there have been attempts to address these apartheid-era language policies, right?
Correct. The 1996 Constitution includes the right for South Africans to be taught in their official languages of choice. And more generally, government policies for language in education promote bilingualism and multilingualism. Even so, most school kids in South Africa are only taught in their mother tongue for the first 4 years of school, from grade R to grade 3.
Do they then switch to another language?
Yes. So because a small minority of school children speak English as a mother tongue, this system means most children are switched from being taught in an African language to English when they enter grade 4. This is where government efforts to promote multilingualism come in. A program introduced in 2012 extends the use of African official languages as languages of learning and teaching in specific non-language subjects beyond grade 3. The number of schools implementing this program has slowly been increasing.
Right. So the strategy does not involve removing English from public schools. English will still be used as a language of instruction, and where English is not their home language, it will be introduced more gradually.
Exactly. The claim is crap.
So we mentioned earlier that elections are on the horizon, and we're already starting to see false claims targeting international migrants. A poster circulating online includes the picture of a so-called illegal immigrant from Somalia who has registered as an independent candidate for a by-election in a ward in Gqeberha, the South African city formerly known as Port Elizabeth.
The claim questions the country's Independent Electoral Commission, or IEC, for allowing an illegal foreigner to register as an independent candidate.
Okay, so let's start with ward by-elections. These are held for various reasons, like a ward councillor's seat becoming vacant or a municipal council dissolving.
Wards are geographical areas that divide a municipality, and each elected ward councillor represents their voters within the municipal council. In the case of by-elections, you can only vote within the ward you live in. It is actually a criminal offense to vote in a different ward.
Candidates from political parties and independent candidates are eligible to be voted in as ward councillors. These candidates must also reside in that ward. In the case of independent candidates, to be registered for the election, a copy of the representative's identity document must be shown to the IEC.
And since only South African citizens can vote in the elections, this means that immigrants, legal or otherwise, cannot be registered as candidates.
And the IEC refuted the claim, stating that it was false on multiple fronts. It said that there was no by-election scheduled in Gqeberha, and that the only by-election scheduled in the Eastern Cape province had one independent candidate.
The Commission also said that it used the system that captures the details of nominated candidates and the voters' roll, which contain the details of all South African citizens who have been registered to vote, to verify their eligibility. The claim is crap.
That's all the time we have for today. Now you know what's crap and what's not.
Your friends and family can sign up for our show over WhatsApp. The number is 082-709-3527. Make sure to save us as a contact in your phone and send us a message.
You can find the show wherever you get your podcasts, from Apple to Spotify. If you listen there, you'll find show notes and a link to the fact checks. Our theme song is composed by John Bartman. I'm Andisiweme.
And I'm Taryn Corey. Bye for now.
Volume.